No worries, Atina. I'm still getting some stuff set up. There you go. Sarah?
Nice. Yeah, Tina, you're not late. We actually started a minute early. We're just getting things situated because whenever we do dual lives, we have to like really shuffle everything around.
Sarah, how does my screen look? I don't have my computer yet since I have to let the dogs out quick.
Not okay, hold on. I just joined, so it's like where you can see the almost the whole bottom of the moon. You can see the owl, and you can't see the top of the moon. You can see the peak.
Can you
So
see my hand?
I have to wait for the lag. I can't see your hand right now. Now I can see your hand. Yeah, yeah, I can see.
Okay. Then I'm up high enough. That's all I needed to know. I'll be right back.
Awesome. Well, Atina, I'm either gonna say thank you for me or thank you to Cheyenne, whoever you're talking to. But Cheyenne's tablecloth is very, very pretty. Obviously the camera angle, hey Danielle, is really horrible. And that's because if you're new to dual live Facebook's videos, camera quality is atrocious. It like zooms you in times like 1,000. So I'm just gonna be fiddling around with my stand, trying to get it situated. And Cheyenne will be here in just a minute. Hey Danielle. Hey Brandy. All right. I finally got things situated. And it always sucks because I can like it always like is like a random amount that it shows. So like sometimes you can see the cute stuff we set up and sometimes you can't. But it's the price we pay for having Cheyenne and I together at the same time. So yeah, Danielle, it's literally crazy how much it zooms in. And the thing is it was not always like this, right? When me and Cheyenne first started doing lives together, they were not like this at all. Like you could literally see each other just fine and there was no issues. But nope, now it's like quite literally a pain. And there's unfortunately nothing we can do about it. Atina says, now that I see both, I love both, but I'm jealous. I wish I had enough money so I could. This cloth up top that y'all can see, um, I I think it was gifted to me. If I bought it, then it came off of Amazon. And then the one that I have below it, you can't see it right now, but that came with my very first tarot set that I ever got. But the things that I've been collecting for well over 10 years, so it took a while to get. Hey, Angie. It's just me right this second. Cheyenne is taking care of the doggies. But today we're going to be going over, the previous partnership, doing readings for anybody in the chat, and then also going over the next partnership like we usually do. But yes. So I'm gonna go ahead and drop this in the chat and pin it. So for anybody that hasn't joined these before, oh, Facebook doesn't want to let me pin a comment either. That's cute. I'll just be dropping that comment throughout the chat like a gazillion times apparently then throughout the live, since it evidently doesn't want to let me pin it. Yeah, exactly, Atina. Facebook hates us. Danielle says, I love the partnership last month. I really enjoyed the partnership as well. Had a lot of fun with it. But anybody who hasn't been to these lives before, they are really kind of just chit chat based. We do a lot of just chatting about like tarot and things witchy. Um, the beginning is going to be where we just go over last month's partnership. The ending is going to be where we go over next month's partnership, like this new partnership that's going to start really soon. And then the middle is where we just give readings to people in chat. Like you can ask as many questions as you want. We can do tarot readings. We can do yes or no with pendulum, and I can do yes or no with playing cards. Um, and throughout the live somewhere is going to be a secret word, and you'll have to pay attention for the secret word if you're going to want to do the next partnership. But I will say now, we will never say the secret word in the middle of doing someone's reading. Like it can be before we start someone's reading or after someone's reading, but it will never be in the middle of someone's because I don't want people to like get confused. You know what I mean? So it will never be said in between a reading, like in the middle of a reading. I will make it really known when we're saying it. Angie says, I'm so excited to do another partnership. I am also very excited. Had a really good time with the partnership that we did. All right, let's see. So if you're watching this on the replay, thank you so much for catching us on the replay. And I hope you comment throughout the live as if it is happening live. I'm going to go ahead and just start going over the feedback from last partnership. So this is feedback from myself and Cheyenne, is that the partnership seemed to run a lot better at this longer length. It gave everyone a lot more time to be able to complete their readings, and we're going to be sticking to this longer time frame. Hey M, we are just getting started. Also, overall, it was really, really great communication, and the use of the group chat was really nice. Pretty much everybody was staying really up to date with the group chat, and it's really helpful to have people responding quickly and also responding to the polls. Also, everybody seemed to work really well with who they were partnered with, and that's pretty much all from Cheyenne and I. Angie says, I have to say a big part of the way I am reading these days and I'm drawn to read comes from the things that I learned from the Tarot Partnership Program during last year. It has brought me so far and I love it. Oh my gosh, Angie, I'm so happy that it really helped you a lot and brought you more. For anybody that hasn't seen any of our old lives, we don't do informational ones anymore because Cheyenne and I really felt like we had nothing more to say. But sneak peek, Cheyenne and I are going to be working on a tarot book. That's just a sneak peek. Sorry, Cheyenne, had to say it. But I'm sure she doesn't care. But anyways, you can go to the table of contents document, or you can go to my YouTube or Cheyenne's YouTube and find all of our old tarot videos. And we have hours and hours and hours of information and going over like freaking everything. Any and all things that me or Cheyenne could think tarot, we did. Danielle says, I think it runs a lot better too. I didn't feel rushed. I also agree. I thought it was a lot better. I didn't feel rushed. I felt like I could really do the reading when I was ready to pour like a lot into it. I really liked it. I also think it gives you a lot more time to like actually connect to your partner. You know what I mean? Atina says, I'm still scared of trying it, but I'm happy to join the live. Well, Atina, I just want to let you know, like, no pressure at all. You do not have to join. But you can join the partnership even if you've literally never even done a reading and it's going to be your first one. And all the ladies are super, super, super sweet. And at any point that you want to join, you could totally join. Even if you feel like you're not the like at like a super confident point. I will say there were quite a few ladies that when they first started the partnership, they did not really feel confident, and it really helped them build their confidence. Like I'll say that if Cheyenne was here, she would say this, so I'll say it. Doing these lives that we're doing right now, where we do readings on the camera, really helped Cheyenne like break out of her shell and gain a lot of confidence with doing on the spot readings. So whenever she shows up, I'll repeat that, and she'll probably say the same thing I just said. I bet you. Angie says it freed me up to be more non-traditional. Yeah, that was what we wanted. I wanted people to be able to like find their own
Sarah,
way.
I am here back, but now I have to run back out there because I forgot my laptop and I can't see nothing.
You're good, hon. I'm reading the comments. We're having it. We're just chatting. So
I'm
Dan,
into my marbles. I can't trying to avoid going back out there.
you're okay. You got it. No rush. We're all just hanging out. But Angie, yeah, that was really what Cheyenne and I wanted. We wanted people to be able to get like a full rounded aspect on like how to do readings, but then also be able to like figure out your own style. Because I feel like my take, I feel like witchcraft and like your practice, like what makes it unique and powerful is like your own energy that you bring to it. That goes a little beyond tarot, but like that's just how I feel. Danielle says that sounds really exciting. Randy said I had a great time with it and did really well with who I was partnered with. I'm really glad. Angie says I love that y'all are working on a book together. I'm pretty hyped about it. Em says I loved my first time. It was fantastic. Danielle says, yep, it really helped me with my confidence.
Oh yeah, I gotta
Brandy,
send out.
Brandy says I'm a newbie to tarot and I've had a great time with it. I'm really glad that you enjoyed it. Angie said it's such a great way to learn. Everyone is so helpful. Everyone is so helpful and learning together builds confidence. I was so nervous the first time and I had been reading for years. Brandy says, tarot is not my usual card type for readings, but it is great to learn. Anita says, mostly I just need to know where do I have to put the tarot cards? Like, how do I place them? Or is it there's something that you guys can send me lately? Sorry, I'm
Oh,
struggling reading
there
out
we
loud.
go.
Maybe
I
that's in my head.
finally found our
Tina,
broadcast.
if you want to message me, Tina, I can send you some links to some Cheyenne and I old lives that would probably be really helpful. So if you want to just send me a message afterwards, I can do that for you.
All right, I'm good. Sorry, it's been a process.
No, you're good.
I
So
don't feel like messing with my phone and whatnot because it is literally up as high as it can go.
I think it's
So
fine, to be
I'm just
honest.
gonna work with what I got.
I feel like that's kind of how yours usually looks. It's like in the center of your phone. M says I was ridiculously nervous for mine. However, if you don't do it live, you can take your time and interpret your cards and then record your reading for your partner after. Yeah, I do not do the readings live, like on a video for my partner. I either one, take a video of the reading, like not while I'm doing it. Like I pull the cards and I sit with the cards and then I take a video of me explaining it and then send them the video link. Or I take a picture of my cards and I record a voice note and I send the voice note. Some people just take a picture and type their readings. Some people do live phone calls, like on Facebook. I've never done that, but I know some people do. And we've had one pair meet up in person and do their read, which is really cool. Shout out to um, Ellen and oh my gosh, who did Ellen do her reading with? Was it Kimberly? Am I wrong? I don't remember. Now I feel bad. Cheyenne, do you remember?
I'm sorry, what? I was eating.
Do you remember who Ellen met to do her reading in person? Was it Kimberly?
I think it was Kimberly.
Okay, well, I'm so sorry, Kimberly. If it wasn't you, just shout out to you anyways for being awesome. And then if it wasn't you, then I'm very sorry for whoever it was. Drop a comment and then we'll know. Um, I was like mid shout out and I was like, oh no, my brain. Um,
Yeah, I'm having a total brain fart myself. Hmm.
oh, Tina, you can message me, which is Sarah, or you can message Cheyenne. Either one of us, it doesn't matter. Both of us are the Tarot Partnership Program. Um, Angel is a reader in my WoW program, but she is not a part of the Tarot Partnership program. Oh my gosh, these chat heads are making it to my. There we go.
Alright. So let's dive in.
I did go ahead and read the R feedback. I have to read their feedback.
Oh, cool. So we're on their feedback?
Yeah. Do you want to read it or do you want me to read it?
Well, I'll go ahead. You talked a lot.
I was gonna say I can read it if you want to eat. I really don't mind.
I only had something small. We didn't even make dinner yet. I'm starving in my defense.
Do you want me to
It's
read it
okay.
and you keep eating something small?
I was eating one of those cinnamon roll things.
No worries, Carol. Okay, Cheyenne, I'm about to start reading this, and then you're gonna just eat something. Okay.
So, did you guys enjoy participating this time around? Everyone said yes, they enjoyed it. They also enjoyed their partners, had great connections with each other. They enjoyed the longer time frame, and some people did video calls and enjoyed it. Others said that they enjoyed the low pressure, the nature of the partnership, and it was lots of fun. Which I agree. I like it. It made going through the chat so much easier on my end, and I know Sarah feels the same way. We were able to be more interactive with you guys and attentive if you guys had questions rather than when we're trying to squeeze it in.
Y'all can ask more questions, by the way. If anybody's like newer, or even if you're not newer and you have like questions, even if it's unrelated to the partnership, but just tarot related or divination related, you can send it in the group chat. And even if me or Cheyenne doesn't respond, I bet you somebody will.
Oh yeah, definitely. We usually always have a great group of ladies going on. Moving on to communication. One said phenomenal. We did our reads over video call, so we got and gave feedback in real time, and then they wrote up the reads and shared more details later. They also continued to communicate about things and how the messages they found in the reads kept presenting themselves or things they later reflected more on. So it was dynamic and ongoing conversation. The back and forth feedback and diving deeper is how I do it as well as how Sarah does it.
Yeah, so like when Cheyenne and I read together, that's something that we do is where we do our readings and then we talk about it afterwards. Like, not just like the one time. So like if you're doing your reading with your partner, you can ask more questions and you can expand more upon your reading even days after you did your reading.
Absolutely. I mean, there's a couple reads that Sarah has done for me in the past that a couple months later I'm like, hey, so you remember that read you gave me? Can we talk about it?
Thankfully, most of the time I remember, so that's good.
Oh my. So moving on, it was pretty good, even though they were both pretty busy. And they kept in touch with each other. Amazing. We kept getting back to each other, and it didn't feel pressured or like the other was feeling on time crunch. The tone and the communication seemed good. For program improvements, one said, I feel it was a little long, but also they understand that not everyone can get together or get the opportunity to read as quickly as her and her partner did. The lives are going to stay every other month, one for me and I. Yeah, me and I. Ah, can you tell it's your notes?
Yeah, Cheyenne is currently reading a section that was originally mine to read, so that's why she's struggling a little bit because I typed Cheyenne's name a lot in my notes.
Oh, me. I will get through this. I swear I will.
That's okay. Every time you see the word Cheyenne, just replace it with Sarah.
Replace it with Sarah. Sarah and I. There we go. Personal practice, personal lives, and no burnout. Also, members to not feel rushed. I'll get through this, guys. I swear I will. However, you can always do more throughout the readings to get more out of it. You can dive very deep into readings. You can do more than one, and you can work on divination with yourself. Also, I want to add, you also can, if you don't have to use the same prompt. If you want to give your partner a different read, like after you already did your partnership and you guys feel like you wanted something else, if you guys want to ask each other another question and then the other one's willing to do another read for you, you're more than welcome to do that.
The prompt is the minimum, not the limit.
What she said.
Yeah.
Other than that, no other suggestions were given. So moving on to future lives, maybe doing more types of prompts in the future, like maybe more like 3-card reads. This is my first time doing the partnership though, so we might have already done that. Well, yes and no. Yes and no. We try to keep everything open because some people really, really like spreads, whereas others don't like spreads. Everybody asks for spreads for holidays, and we try to mix and match with what we do each time we do it so it's not repetitive, if that makes sense.
It's kind of designed for like, okay, because Cheyenne and I do every single one, if you have to think about that. So basically that means me and Cheyenne cannot be doing the exact same readings all the time. That would get horrifically boring. And there are also a couple of you ladies that have done most of them. But even for the new people, so we want to keep it fresh for everyone, but even for the new people, what we do usually is we provide a prompt and then we also provide a spread. And you do not have to do both. Like, if you do the spread, you can just do the spread, but you can just do the prompt and not do a spread.
Correct. We try to make it to the best of both worlds.
And yeah, 3 cards is the minimum. We always say 3 cards minimum. You can do how many ever cards you want. I wouldn't recommend going too crazy because then things might get muddled, but you definitely can do more than 3.
Yeah, I wouldn't say go and do a 15-card spread on somebody, but if that's what you want to do, you can.
Exactly what Danielle said. I did 5 cards for this partnership, but sometimes when it's a lot and you add more cards, it gets muddy. Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly.
Somebody else said we could do more divinations in the readings, oracle, runes, pendulums, etc. when partnered. Yes, you can 100% do this. However, the prompt and spread must be at the bare minimum to be completed with tarot cards. If you want to add, like, you pulled 3 cards for this prompt and you feel that you could get, you want more information and you want to add some runes in there, go for it. If you want to add some bones in there, go for it. I highly recommend not adding bones to tarot, though, in my personal experience, because bones tell enough. But you can totally do that. You can add oracle, you can add pendulum, you can add Ouija if you really want to.
You can add automatic writing. You can add scrying. Anything you want, really. But the bare minimum is you have to complete either the prompt or the spread with at least 3 tarot cards. Other than that, we don't care. You can do whatever you want.
Somebody else said maybe to a partnership where we make up our own layout and then do that for the reading. For our readings, we provide a broad topic. You can complete this however you want. The layout you would like to do. Oftentimes, we now offer a spread because of the high popularity. However, definitely read it your own style. maybe a seasonal spread or past life spread or deity one. I'll be completely honest, I don't know any spreads on deities. I would have to really research that to even come up with an answer. But we usually do a spread during the seasonal holidays. All of throughout the wheel of the year, we do pretty well stick to having a spread available,
I
and
can
we
make a
have
deity one.
done past life.
I can make a general deity spread so that way like anybody could use it with whatever deity you want and put that on one for you guys at some point.
I'm not the spread lady.
I'm pretty good at making spreads, so not to toot my own horn, but
But
I
I
like
will
making
say I
spreads.
made a really cool spread. Did we do it already or
Yeah, we
no?
did your spread. I don't remember what month it was for, but it was very good. I announced that it was your spread like I think like 5 times throughout the live. But yeah, some of those topics have already been done, and then other ones that we'll definitely do in the future. So we'll incorporate them.
I would love to learn other ways of divination like runes and bone throwing, even if it is included in tarot reading. We did complete 3 lives going over additional divinations included in tarot. August of 2024, October of 2024, and November of 2024. All 3 of them are on my YouTube channel. But they are we did talk about how to do that, and like I said, we encourage you if you would like to add additional divinations when you're doing your read with your partner. That is absolutely okay. Sorry, my finger, I keep smacking it and it hurts from burning it off of hot wax earlier.
But yeah, you're okay. You're okay. You can get them on Cheyenne's YouTube channel, or like I said, you can go to the table of contents document and you can literally see all the tarot videos that we've done in order.
And I pretty well went over that comment that your thingy is on, so I'm gonna jump that down here. So, not sure how to make it more active, so not to be able to push it to the back burner so quickly. We can try to be
That was
more.
something someone put on the form, by the way.
Yes, sorry.
Just that what they do. I that might have sounded out of context, so I wanted to add context.
So we can be try to be more active in the group chat to help and with this, but members are also encouraged. You are all encouraged to use that chat. Get it lively. Now we are going into spring season, so my livelihood is going to be on the softball field.
With this
But
said, for as
but
lively as it is,
I always
sorry.
look.
I will say this for everyone though, because like Cheyenne said, being busy is like a real thing. The only thing you are required to respond to in the group chat is the polls. And the very first message when the partnership like spins out. Like if Cheyenne asks, hey guys, do you like this red deck of cards or this purple deck of cards better? Like you don't have to respond. It would be nice, but you don't feel pressure to respond. But the
Y'all
polls,
y'all
yes.
don't have to talk.
Yeah, but
But
just the
if it
polls.
makes it easier to not feel so stagnant with the longer periods, especially for our veterans that have been with us since the beginning, you're all encouraged to use that chat. And you're also encouraged to talk with amongst your partners. Yes, kid, I am in the middle of a live. How can I help you? It's another YouTube video, isn't it?
Okay, so Carol, basically every time you see one of these lives, every time you see a tarot live, it's a new partnership. So like the last tarot live we did was in January, and that partnership ran all the way until like not that long ago, like less than a week ago. And then there will be a partnership signups going up after this live for the next partnership program, which will start in like I don't know the exact amount of days. It's on the bottom of the document. It'll start in the next partnership will start on March 15th. That's when. So every time you see one of these lives, this is the partnership. Like, we're going over the old partnership. It's just we're spending more time going over the old partnership because we really want to like make sure everybody feels heard. And then we're just going to do a couple readings for people that are in the chat, and then we'll go over the next partnership, and the secret word will be dropped throughout the line. Angie, talk as much as you want, Queen. Pop off in the chat. I'm always down to talk in the chat. So don't feel like you're talking too much. I'm a yapper. So I'll be there typing it up in the chat. I'll be sending you GIFs in the chat because I love sending GIFs. But to summarize everything that Cheyenne said, 3 cards is just a minimum. You can always do more than 3 cards. You can go look for additional information on tarot stuff in our old lives, and you can utilize the group chat. And you can add more divinations to your reads. Also, you do not have to use the spread. You can just use the prompt. Brandy, you can talk a bunch in the chat too. Totally fine. But let's actually introduce today's live. We're done going over the old partnership. So if you were in the old partnership, this might be more relevant to you at this point. Today we're just going to be doing random divinations and chatting in the comments. So we'll be doing reads for people and we'll just be chatting like we've been doing. Like I said, these tarot lives are really laid back now. For the veterans who literally stuck it through, what was it, 2 years of tarot lives? Well, we were like going crazy with information, 2 hours sometimes with straight notes. This is like a reward. I look
How did
forward
I
to these
turn?
tarot lives. You said what?
My camera.
Oh yeah, it did move. But like Cheyenne, do you agree that these lives now feel like a reward compared to the really information heavy ones?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Alright,
Girl, you
I'm gonna
have to.
try to work with this. Sorry, I'm trying to get my pendulum board on.
You're cute. You're
You know,
good.
because we've been staring at my shit and I'm just like not even ready.
Oh, that's actually in a really good spot. Oh my gosh, you did that really well.
I'm not even moving it.
It looks great. Don't move it. Like, it looks great.
Now I just gotta make sure I don't hit the light.
Well, guys, don't worry. Even if you missed it, they're all on my YouTube or Cheyenne's YouTube. They're all there. I'm pretty sure we only lost one, and it wasn't even an important one. I think it was just random. But anyways, I'll let y'all know when the queue is closed, but the queue is open, so go crazy. We've been live for a little over 30 minutes, so we can keep the queue open for a while, and then we'll probably just need to allot like 15 minutes to get through the bottom.
As long as I'm off no later than 8 so I can meditate.
Okay, well then the queue is gonna close at like 7:35. Maybe sooner. That's a tentative time. That's your rough estimate, guys. But obviously if the queue is like dry, empty, then we'll close it. But if the queue's going crazy, do it for a
Oh,
little
good.
longer.
Let's shed some light on this situation.
Boom, we have readings. Okay, Cheyenne, I'll let you take, dealer's pick. I'm so sweet like that. Whichever one you want to do, I'll do the other.
Oh, hold on, I'm reading.
You're good. Ooh, y'all are doing it. Y'all are popping off.
Y'all are killing me. Yeah, I got you, Em.
I love it, guys. Because I remember when I did the very first couple of these, it was just me, and there wasn't always a
I'll
lot of
do
reads. This
Danielle's,
is good.
and then I'll get M's.
You're doing Danielle's, is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm gonna do Danielle's, and then I'll do M's.
Okay, I'll do Brandy and Angie. Oh gosh, I promise not to get y'all's names mixed up. They just sound too similar from while I'm talking. All right. Okay. Carol's also in the queue. We'll decide who does Carol's in a little bit, but she's in the queue. Brandy, I'm gonna like your read because I'm gonna do it. Danielle, I'm liking. Oh, I'm gonna just friend requested people. Whoops. Danielle, I'm liking yours.
You know, I was expecting Em to jump on here and ask me for this read since I was off last week in the divinations program and she wanted that answer.
That's the loophole. There you go.
Because I'm pretty sure that's the same exact question she asked me.
Oh, okay, cards. We're not reading that many. We're gonna need to shorten up that answer. We'll need to summarize.
All right, Danielle and a general read. Let me knock on my cards.
Oh, okay, that's still a lot, but we'll do it.
Okay. I ain't thrown any more cards than that. There's your general reads. Okay. And the sad part, I'm so disappointed that my camera won't pick up exactly how they fell because,
M said, yeah, I'm a little predictable.
all right. I'm gonna try to put this into the light of how they fell before I flip them over because I thought this was interesting exactly how they fell. Let my camera pick that up first.
Dang.
That was interesting. They just
Definitely.
flew like that. Danielle, you said a general reading, and my
She
card
did.
said 4.
Boom. Wow. I really like the way that fell, not gonna lie.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and do yours first.
Danielle's first. You can do it.
Oh yeah, I guess Danielle is first, isn't she? Oh, okay.
Dang, trying to push off doing it first onto me. I see.
Kinda.
You got it. Be brave. Tell them about what these lives have helped you do.
Be brave. Oh, okay. So first of all, I was intrigued at how they fell out because you've seen those 3 were on top of each other with that just kind of like touching the corner of all 3 of them. So they definitely were way too connected. I also find it interesting how we have 1 major arcana, 2 swords, and a wand. So I haven't done a general read in forever. Okay, give me a minute. Let me think.
You're
I'm just
okay.
gonna work with my cards here.
Angie,
Most
you're in
people
the
have a
queue.
normal thing, like a normal question. So I'm getting a lot of the air element on this one. I know there's not a lot of air element here, but I do get a lot of air element. You're at a crossroads. This is talking about your spiritual side, not your mundane life, but your spiritual side. You're at a crossroads, and it's a tipping point within your path, which is why you're in reverse with the Ace of Swords and the Ten of Swords. You feel like you're trapped in the spot that you're in, and that's what's weighing you down, and what tipped you from being like this to being like this. And that weight is the key to unlocking the next path and to get you out of this crossroads. And over here, I'm going with you have some kind of guide that's been reaching out to you. And I say guide because it's not a deity. It's just like a guide, some kind of spirit guide of some sort that has been coming to you through air. That's where the air element's coming out. I don't know what kind of air. It could be the wind. It could be the smoke coming off your candles. I don't know exactly what, but it's coming through the air element. And I feel like this is you. You know that you have people standing behind you to help you get through this crossroad and actually take that leap, but you're not utilizing it because you're letting whatever it is holding you down stop you from calling on that help and actually utilizing what you have. And I think that also goes into here where you're ignoring the messages that have been trying to come through to you because of whatever this is. Whatever is weighing you down here at this crossroads is what's blocking all of this. If you figure out how to let whatever this is go, these will tip back over and everything will actually start to flow into place. I hope that made sense.
Danielle says, I'm currently writing the portion in my book about the air element.
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
yeah, my thoughts exactly when you're still doing the reading and I read that.
Oh, and I don't know if you've seen all of the cards, so I'm just gonna kind of like do my best because my phone keeps tilting and being a
Yeah, you're a
pain in
lot
the
farther
ass.
down now than you were prior.
Alright, hold on. I'm gonna fiddle with this. Bear with me a minute. It's gonna be a back and forth game for a minute. What is
That's okay,
going
it gives
on?
Danielle time. Uh, Everybody says in the chat basically that that's so weird, that's so great, like mind blown moment. But Danielle says, but that makes a lot of sense. Thank
You're welcome, Danielle. Sorry, I'm trying my best to get these my phone to stop being so stupid.
you. I'm gonna go
Okay,
ahead with
I got it
for
now.
there you go. Am I good to go with Brandy's? Wait, Danielle said, but I do feel being pulled in different directions, like if I should do something or not spiritually.
That might be what your crossroads is. And it's only your guide or whomever it is that's trying to reach out to you is trying to help you with that, is what I'm gonna assume.
Okay,
And yes,
Brandy, you have 5 cards, and hers is, what does the universe want me to know about the directions my path is taking me down right now? I'm going to use my wand to point because I'm sitting on a really high chair and I don't want to fall over because that would be very awkward. So I'm going to be pointing. So we have the Magician in reversed. This is the 6 of Swords upright. This is the 10 of Cups reversed. This is Strength reversed. And then this is the 5 of Swords also reversed. So I don't know if what you're doing in your practice right now is shadow work, but if it's not, I would really consider based upon this reading. Because this is what this is telling me. You have a lot of blocked creativity. You have a lot of potential, and I don't feel like you're tapping into it. I feel like you are a lot more magical and powerful and spiritual than you are letting yourself be. And that's where the Six of Swords comes in. And I feel like you need to be working on letting some of that shit go. Just to be so for real. Like, you have to let go of all of that crap. Stop carrying a bunch of stuff on you. Like, we'll use this imagery. Stop rocking your boat because you're carrying everybody else's junk. Okay? Let it go. Spread your wings and fly. Be the like spiritual being that you are. Work through your shadow work. Work on letting go of this old trauma. Work on figuring out what it is that's blocking you from getting where you're going. So then we have the Ten of Cups reversed. And this is talking about like miscommunication and disharmony. Whether that be with another person or within yourself, I'll leave up to you. But I think it's talking about within you, because that would go along with everything we're doing in the reading. So maybe you're not allowing yourself to fully look at things from the past because it's maybe because it's uncomfortable or like it's not pleasant. But doing shadow work is not fun. It is uncomfortable. But you have to work through it so that way you can, utilize everything that you have to your fullest potential. You need to get your strength back. You need to get your courage back. Whatever is dulling your flame, you need to work through so that way you can get it back. Because you have a lot, like I said, of potential. You have the ability to be really harmonious within yourself. You just have to get it back. You can be very strong and powerful. You just need to get it back. And then it's talking about the Five of Swords is another similar thing where the blocks I feel like are coming from within you. And the only way you're going to get through that is shadow work and grounding and meditating. Like, you're going to need to just really lock in and connect with your soul. That's what the universe is wanting me to tell you. So if you're doing shadow work, that would make sense. If you're not doing shadow work, I would consider doing shadow work. No worry, Jenny, no worry. And Angie says, yes, please, don't fall over. That is why I'm using the good old...
Do you want a straight answer right off the bat with the pendulum, or do you want me to give you a roundabout answer with tarot?
With what?
For her deity. If you read what her exact question was, I can give her a straight answer with the pendulum.
Oh, yeah, I see what you're talking about. At first, I was confused. I was very lost. Okay, Brandy, I hope that reading resonates with you. I'm not sure if you're still here, but if you are here, I'll read it whenever you respond, but we're going to just keep moving for time's sake. And says, girl, whatever you feel drawn.
Are you ready to work with me, pendulum?
Brandy says, I've been considering to do shadow work, so thank you so much. Okay, well, I would say you're considering done. Like, the cards spoke very clearly.
Figure out, or let me rephrase that. Did M name the deity from the last time I did this live?
And no worries, Brandy, no worries. The lives just have a time constriction of a certain amount of time, so we obviously don't want to be like stuck in a...
If you can't see that, I will name it, but it is a straight yes, and she is going solid. Very solid. Very strong yes. Thank you, pendulum.
Angie's read will only take me a second. The longest part is really shuffling the cards. M says, shadow work is never ending, I swear. And then M says, thank the gods because I did so much work. All right, Angie. Sarah, will you do a quick reading on an upcoming employment opportunity? Should I pursue it? Let's see what the cards say.
Whoa. Okay, well, I would love to go back to comments, but you're gonna have to give me a minute because my whole entire Facebook spazzed and I got a black screen.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Angie, I wasn't going to do like an in-depth reading, but like the cards decided I'm doing an in-depth reading. Okay. So We have normally, okay, I would just read off these three, but we have the black king, we have the red king, and then we have the two in the middle, right? And then on our next row, we have the red king, we have the black five, and we have the 10 in the middle, right? And then on the last row, though, we at least have different cards here, or more red on this side. But I feel like this is not the answer that you want. Just to let you know, it's really giving like a toss-up. Like, it's telling you a tale as old as time, way risk versus reward. It could go either way. It's getting a little, it's giving like a 60-40, maybe even 55, like percent. Okay, like by slim margins, it's giving slightly on the more of risk versus reward, but it's such a slim margin that like actions that you take in your life are obviously going to affect it. So that's what it is. I know that's not like a super direct answer, but like the cards don't be lying. All right. That's all I got for Angie's. I'll wait and see what she says. But next is a general 3 card for Carol.
You can feel like I didn't have
No, you're fine. We'll be done soon anyway. It's gonna get a little loud, guys, because my mom's gonna go on her treadmill.
Do you want to do Carol's or do you want to do Atina's?
Yeah, I'm trying to find the comments. Bear with me a moment.
You're good. Angie says, I see that toss-up crazy. I think a couple of things have to fall in place for it to be more clear. Yeah, that would make sense to me. Which is, I'm gonna be honest, Angie, I do a fair amount of playing card readings, and I do not see reads that are like that, like quote unquote balanced.
Since you don't like career reads, I'll take Atina's.
Okay. It was a yes or a no, so I didn't really care either way. Unless you're gonna do like a tarot reading.
No, I'll do pendulum. Not bait. She said she's ready to work with me today, and she's doing great.
Yeah, if anybody has any yes or no's they want to toss in there, they can totally do that. But I'll say we're closed for tarot in the queue, but ask as many like yes or no's as you want in the queue.
We'll jump on, and you can go. We're taking the queue for another 10 minutes. Sarah, you're about to get a read request from playing cards.
Okay. That's why I said that we could just close the queue at this point for tarot and just do yes or no's so we can bust out a bunch of them. I feel like that'd be kind of fun.
I was just letting you know my mom's working on jumping on, and she wants you to do a playing card read on her.
I'll totally do that. Carol, did you see that? Did you see all 3 of these cards just fly out when I was doing that for you, by the way?
Tina, you asked if you are going to get the job in the school district that you applied to. Oh, that sounds weird. Can you turn your volume down, Ma? Can you turn your volume on your phone down, please? I hate hearing myself in 3 different directions.
Angie says it really was, but I don't do a lot of playing cards reading either, but that was obvious. Yeah, it was kind of crazy. Like, that was
This is a solid maybe for your question, Atina, and like, I mean, she's solidly strong. I'm telling you, my pendulum's on point today, guys. She's giving strong messages.
Yeah, I feel like my playing cards are being crisp. We're just having some good luck, I think.
All right. Thank you so much, Pendulum. It is a solid maybe, like I said, Atina. I'm just letting Pendulum calm down. All right. Thank you, Pendulum.
Okay, Carol, all 3 of your cards turbo blasted out of the deck on like the first shuffle. So it knew what it wanted to say. And I feel bad because like why are the reads always kind of like a little aggressive whenever I read for Carol? Why do the cards always have a lot of sass in them. But so we have the chariot reversed and the devil reversed, which fell out stacked together upside down. And then the Queen of Pentacles fell out horizontal. Yeah, I'm glad that you saw that, Carol. I really wanted you to have actually witnessed it. And so the chariot reversed. I'm so sorry, Carol. I'm about to call you out. I'm gonna need to apologize in advance. This is talking about like you have a lot of really good ideas, but I feel like you're either running in every direction at the same time that it's like when you like stretch out a whole bunch of like I don't know, slime or whatever, and then it like bounces back into the middle. I feel like that's what's happening. You're like running in so many directions that what you're wanting to happen isn't happening, or you're like being pulled in so many directions you're just like sitting there overwhelmed. And I feel like you need to lock in and have some self-discipline and not go at the speed of anybody else besides you. So that way you can like get things done. The devil that came out with it is kind of saying something kind of similar. You need to release. You need to let go of this negative crap. You need to not give your power away by, being too lost in the chaos. This is just emphasizing the importance of addressing the chariot. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles at a horizontal, because this is obviously going to depend on how well we address the situation. If you continue to not do anything about it and continue to run into a bunch of different directions, then the Queen of Pentacles is going to go more negative, and you're going to have a lot of imbalances, and it's just going to be like, again, more chaos. But if you try to rein in, focus, and put yourself in a straight direction on self-discipline, then you will tap into your healer side. You'll tap into like your just getting down to earth, becoming connected to your path, and it will really set you straight. Like you'll be on the path that you want to be on whenever you decide that you're going to lock in and be on it. That is your 3-card general read. Carol said,
I want
lost
to
in the
put the
chaos.
secret word out there real quick. Leprechaun. Again, the word is leprechaun.
Do you want to
That
spell
is
it?
all. And I'm going to do Jenny's, and then I'll do Danielle's.
I'm going to spell it, guys, by the way. It's Leprechaun, leprechaun.
Jenny asked if she should follow the pendulum path. As we're going to continue on my pendulum rant. It is a solid yes, a very, very strong yes. She is swaying. Thank you, pendulum. I thought I broke my neck earlier while you were still doing Carol's read.
I'm so glad that you like the word, Tina. And Carol, yes. It sounds very Carol, it sounds very much like your other reads. Did you take the advice from the last ones? Carol says, in life right now, there has been many things I've had to manage, and it feels like I've been stretched too thin. So yes, you feel that. I feel like the cards are not just talking about your mundane, but I do obviously understand that your mundane isn't going to affect your path, but I feel like it's also talking about maybe going in too many directions at once within your path rather than focusing on like sharpening something.
You're in the right direction. Okay,
I have no clue why the cards are always so aggressive, but like you saw that. They slammed out with like a vengeance. I think they just want you to listen to them.
Alright, so Danielle asked if the deity she is searching for is Hathor. I'm gonna say Hathor. Sorry, I that's how I'm pronouncing it at this point. And let's see if I pronounced it right. There we go.
It also says Or if they're Greek or Egyptian, if it's a no, to point her in the right direction.
Yeah, I started with question 1.
No, you're good. I was just letting you know in case with your comments to show you the whole thing.
Okay, so Pendulum says a solid, strong maybe. I'm gonna go ahead and ask the rest of that question in a different way. So bear with me. Thank you, Pendulum. Danielle, that again was a maybe on Hathor, however you want to pronounce it. Is the deity she's searching for Egyptian? Again, I'm gonna tell you it is a solid, strong maybe. If it is Egyptian, maybe. That goes along with the maybe for Hathor. Thank you, Pendulum.
Oh my god.
And one more question for Danielle when you calm down. There we go. Thank you. And is the deity she's been searching for Greek? Again, a solid maybe, Danielle. Probably not the answers you were
Danielle
looking for.
said she really wants me to do the work. I think she does.
I think she does. Thank you so much, Pendulum. Thank you. I'll let you calm down, and then I will try to catch up on these comments.
Beth says she has a question in her head for a card reading. Okay. So I know I said the last card reading I did was kind of crazy. Cheyenne, tell me, you need to look at these cards too. Okay. So the 3 that I usually read off of, we have the Queen of Clovers, right? And we have 2 of the Jokers. But then we go to our next row. Oh, look, here's the Jack of Clovers, right? And then we go to the next row. We have the King of Clovers and another Joker. So, like, I'm gonna organize these cards a little here. Okay, I'm gonna try to, like, work this together. I'm gonna be, like, taking the pizza slices apart and then trying to build the pizza. That's what I'm gonna do. So I feel like this question is not it's like a question that's been ongoing, or maybe the situation has been ongoing. But regardless, if I don't feel like it's like, I don't think you're asking me like yes or no, should I have had pizza for dinner? Like, I feel like it was a pretty relevant question that's been ongoing because we have all these cards in a row.
You know what's worse? Is the fact
What?
that I told my mom to turn her phone down so she couldn't hear her read.
Dang, you really were being mean.
Oops. I had to turn it back up before you started.
I'll give you a recap. Can you hear me now, Mr. Krabs?
Turn up your phone so you can hear Mom. So sorry.
It's okay. Yikes.
You can hear now?
We're all good. Can I get this show on the road? Okay. I'm gonna read. I hope she can hear me. Okay, so we have Rats. Cheyenne, you killed my thunder. I was on a roll. Okay, so these cards were kind of interesting, right? So we have the Queen of Clovers. We have 2 Jokers. On the next row, we have the Jack of Clovers, right? On the top row, we have the King of Clovers and another Joker. All right, girl, there's only 4 Jokers in the deck, and you have 3 right here. What were the odds of that? And also, we have these going in a row. What were the odds of that? So I feel like the question that you've had was not like a really simple like question that doesn't really mean anything. I feel like the question was either the situation was building over a long time or the question was building over a long time. Also, I feel like there's a lot of shit going on in this question that like you can do. I'm gonna cuss. Sorry, guys. I feel like there's like a lot of shit going on in the situation that you can do fuck all to control. Like it doesn't matter what you do, you're not gonna be able to control a lot of it. And all the stuff that's like coming off of other people, I feel like is not what you want. But then in the center is positive, which is what you want. And so like whether it's to say yes or no, I don't really feel like I can answer the question because I feel like a lot of the crap that's going on has nothing to do with you. But I feel like you need to just keep positive because you've been being like a strong anchor in this situation. Like I feel like I want to do this. I feel like you're holding all the weight of all of this chaos that other people are putting on top of you, and you need to let your little positivity shine through and continue to be like an anchor, a support. I don't know if that makes sense because I didn't have a question, but that's your answer. Okay. I hope she heard it all.
Never stop. There we go. Mom is catching a lag, so I'm trying to make sure she hears it all before I tell her to turn her phone back down.
No worries.
I was hearing it from 3 places. Awesome. She heard it all. She's typing, I'm pretty sure.
Awesome. Angie says, oh my gosh, these are words I don't know how to pronounce. Angie says, is it Sumerian or is it Mesopotamian? Perhaps? Just a thought.
You should hear what she said. Oh, thanks, Jenny. Alright, so I'm not seeing any other requests, by the way. I'm sorry, the dog is gone.
There's one last one, and it's from Jenny. So I guess I will close the queue.
I didn't see it.
She wants us. No, you're good. You're good. She wants a simple card reading about her about next month. I asked whether she wanted a tarot. Yes, she does. Okay, so that Jenny's gonna be the last read unless Cheyenne wants a read.
I mean, I still have a question that I could use an answer to.
Okay, well then you have to do one for me. That's the dealio pop.
And you can actually do it in playing cards because it's a yes or no question.
Okay, well mine's a yes or no question too. You can give me yours and I'll do yours first.
Mine is if I'm going in the right direction with my business.
Did you like half steal my question? Mine was going to be, am I going in the right direction with my deity work? I've been robbed of my question. No, I'm kidding.
Do you look yourself a pendulum?
I mean, you can
with
do
your
tarot.
daily question?
You can do tarot or you can do pendulum. I don't care. You have plenty of time. I have to do Jenny's reading first.
Actually,
whoa, whoa. Cards are flying out, Jenny. Whoa. Whew. Okay. So, Jenny, your cards are the Hierophant upright, and then you have the Two of Swords reversed, and then you have the Hangman upright. So you have actually 2 major arcanas. And in regarding next month, I don't know if you're wanting spiritual or mundane. So I'm gonna go spiritual unless you speak now and let me know that you want mundane. I'm gonna go spiritual, but I'll give you a second because I have to get my thoughts together. Okay, I'm gonna start spiritual, but I'll add mundane in if that's what you want. So I feel like you are at right here in the middle is your decision where you're gonna go. You need to make a decision, and that decision has the potential to lead you to learning a lesson that is something that you have been working towards. Or maybe it is finally having the awakening or the epiphany that it is that you're looking for. Basically, what it is that you've been working towards, if you make the right decisions, like you're about to be there. Like, I feel like you are like you're standing at a doorway and you have like one of two doors, and one is going to immediately get you what you want. Like you can obviously still get to it. It will just take you longer, but you have the opportunity right now to get you exactly where you want to be. And then that would lead us also talking about the hangman over here. I think that's what you're talking about with next month. I just remembered you said next month, sorry. So that's probably why it feels like it's like right around the corner. Probably within the next month, you have the opportunity to make it happen. So then we talk about the hangman, and I feel like this is going to help you with making your decision. You have to allow yourself to completely trust and fall into spirit or into the earth or into whatever is that primary energy source for your specific practice. You have to completely let go and completely embrace what it is you're trying to get to. And if you can do that, then you will get to where you want next month, is what I feel like your reading is saying. There we go.
Sarah, I did tarot for you.
Nice.
And I want to point out that the way they fell is exactly how you see it. Upright, like they were all facing up, and they landed like that.
Dang.
I also want to point out that this card recently showed up in your last reading I just did for you.
Oh, Beth says that makes sense. Good. I didn't catch that, and I wanted to know if my reading actually made any sense or not. That's good. Sorry.
Nope, you're fine. I also want to point out that from your previous reading that I did for you, cups appeared in that one as well.
Very nice.
And so what we have here, you asked if you were going in the right direction in your thought process with your deity from the last reads that we did, correct? You're on point with the dude. He's popping up again, and I'm gonna go back to my standing statement. It is said it is from the underworld, and I'm more than positive you are correct that it is Lucifer. This is tying back into that inner child that we talked about. You need to work on bringing that back out of you, where you lost yourself. You need to bring that light back out and deal with that and actually get back in the swing of things the way you used to and ground the way you used to and spend that time outside, because that's where that tipping point is. Why if you're diagonal here, you know what you need to do to open up those channels, and you know whom is reaching out to you, but this won't tip until you deal with this and the quite a bit of other things that I told you about in your bones read.
Well,
This is all confirming again what I told you from your bones read.
I'm glad to know that I originally was accurate about who it was, though, and then your bone reading did confirm, yes, that I was accurate. That's pretty cool. Because I mean, you knew I didn't work a lot with deities, so, like, I was, like, very uncertain of whether I was accurate or not and who it was. And Jenny, I'm very glad that the reading made sense.
I'm actually intrigued at the fact that it gave me the same read as what I just gave you.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty cool.
That I gave just
But yeah, because I was literally doing my first meditation, and I don't even know how long, and it wasn't even like a still meditation. Like I was just deep in thought while I was cleaning, and yeah, like I felt like Lucifer and Mother Earth or Gaia were both calling to me, and I was like, dang. And so it was pretty cool when I didn't even tell you exactly who I was talking about, and you figured it out. Oh my God, Cheyenne, I'm about to go crazy. Everybody's seen how many times I shuffle those cards. Why do we have 2 jokers here again for yours? Like what? Actually, what? You and your mom's energy is leaking into my cards. Like, okay.
Stop leaking into my cards, Mom.
Okay, Cheyenne. Well, I'm not going to tell you anything you don't know. But you had a really good idea, and for a long time you didn't act on that idea, and then you've been pouring a lot of positive energy into it and overcoming all of that procrastination really strongly. And right now, the odds are in your favor for it to be a positive outcome, but these wilds are because it's completely dependent on one, how much work you put into it if you go back to procrastination or not, and then two, obviously if you reach your target audience, which you can't control. But the part of everything that you can control is positive. This was your procrastination.
Yay.
Does that make sense?
It does. It does, because I did procrastinate. I mean, I've owned this business for 3 years now, solidly, and I procrastinated, and then I finally been putting in the work and effort. You've been seeing the videos that I send you, so
Oh, well, yeah. You've been going crazy on putting in the work, so.
I'm just glad that I might actually hit my goal of launching by the end of the month. So thank you for the hope.
Anytime. Jenny, it's not a dumb question, but I'm going to give you a kind of short answer, but we do have videos that go over every card in detail for traditional and non-traditional, but the Wheel of Fortune is representing, obviously, like the wheel, the cycles, whether that be, there's a bunch of different types of cycles, but different types of cycles. It could be a turning point, it could be fate, destiny, changes, it could be karma, talking about the ups and the downs of life, things that are inevitable because the wheel is going to keep on turning. It could also be unexpected setbacks. Those are some different things that it means. Brandy says, I'm getting for some reason that you need to start coloring. Not sure what you're coloring. All right, I'm going to keep this show on the road, guys. And this is our next partnership program. So if you want to participate in the next partnership program, this is your time to really lock in. The next prompt that we're going to be doing is do a career reading for your partner. You can either create your own spread or you can use the spread. If you don't want to do like specifically a career read, you can do a luck or prosperity reading. But one of those three, career, luck, or prosperity. If you need a spread, you do not have to use the spread, but if you need a spread, I will tell you the spread, and I'll also put it in the chat. It is a 4-card spread. See, guys, we challenge. We even did a 4-card spread this time, so if someone chooses to use the spread, it's not even 3. And it is card 1. Where, oh my gosh, I don't know why I kept saying what. I'm sorry, guys. We've been live for a while, and I worked before this. Where are they currently on their financial journey? Card number 2, what's one step they could take right now to improve their finances? card 3, what's one step they can do to set up for the long term for sustainable sustainable financial success. And then card number 4, a message from their guides to support them. And I put that in the chat so it's easy for everybody.
The dates, the signups will go from tonight, March 8th, 2026, through March 14th, 2026. The names will go out on March 15th, and then the partnership will run from March 15th through April 25th. And the Google form for feedback will be due April 26th. You're gonna have to give me some time to get the sign up thing on, unless Sarah can do it directly after, because I want to eat and then meditate.
Sorry guys, I'm just gonna make y'all be patient. Cheyenne can take her time though, doesn't need to rush. But they'll be posted tonight before midnight, promise. Pinky promise. If Cheyenne's busy, I will post them later though. I'm not gonna be that mean. But I'll repeat the dates. The signups are gonna go out tonight before midnight. You have until February, sorry guys, you have until March 14th to complete the sign up. Names will go out on the 15th, anytime on the 15th. You'll know because you'll get the name, the group chat will go crazy. If it's the 16th and you haven't got your name, feel free to send a message, but it should happen on the 15th. The partnership will go from March 15th, 2026 through April 25th, 2026. Okay, that's a long old gap. And then the Google form will be due April 26th because it's super short.
Quick recap of the requirements. If you sign up, you're committing to perform at least one read with your partner each. You have between March 15th, 2026 through April 25th, 2026 to both complete your read. You are agreeing to be privately messaged by whom you get partnered with. You must give each other feedback on the reading, what resonated, what doesn't make full sense. Yeah, full sense. God, can't speak. If you could get more clarity on something, reads can be done via video chat, messaging, just sending video links, voice chat, so on and so forth. If you do not complete your read, you cannot sign up for the next partnerships. We will be checking. If you do not complete your read 3 times, you will no longer be able to sign up for the partnership program. You acknowledge and agree to be added into a group chat with all participants and crones for communication purposes. The group chat is a mandatory in order to participate. You are agreeing to be in the group chat and stay in the group chat. If you need or wish to leave, please let an admin know. You're required to answer all polls, icebreakers, and interactive questions that are dropped in the group chat throughout each partnership. You must keep up with your communication with your partner as well as Sarah and I. Remember to be respectful and courteous to each other in the group chat. The chat is there to communicate, learn, share, and be a safe haven for each practitioner. You are required to fill out the feedback link at the end of the program. The link to this will be dropped in the group chat the day after the partnership concludes. There is a 3-strike rule in place for the Tarot Partnership Program. Strike 1, sit out for the next partnership and complete a trial read with Sarah or I. Strike 2, sit out for 2 partnerships and complete a trial read with Sarah or I. Strike 3, you will no longer be able to participate in the Tarot Partnership Program.
And our next live will not be until May 3rd. Yes, Carol, you can do more than one read. You can do more than one read. You can add divination. You can do whatever the heck you want. As long as you either do the spread or do at least a 3-card read on career, prosperity, or luck. I would revisit the beginning of the live because we chat a lot about different things you could do to enjoy all the time that you have. That's all I wrote. That's all she wrote.
And I am gonna, sorry, go ahead and, you guys are gonna see a lot of movement for a moment. Woo! I'm gonna fall. We're gonna get really close and personal to my face. And thank you, everybody, for joining. Thank you for those of you who hopped in on the replay. For those of you who catch us on the replay, if you drop one of those little four-leaf clover emojis, one of us will get back to doing a read for you, and only one.
And that's only if you didn't get a read during the line.
Correct.
If
And
anybody has any questions about any readings that I did, though, during the live, you can add a comment to this and I will answer your questions, because I do know towards the end we go a little quicker.
and I hope to see you guys in the next live. Thank you. Have a good night, ladies. Blessed be.